Glad to see you again, m'lady.
With fans awaiting another season of Miraculous, we can't help but wonder what could be in store for our favorite heroes. Since Season 5 was one of the best reviewed seasons, we can only hope Season 6 will also live up to its expectations. With so much introduced in the previous season, we are left waiting for answers, hoping to see even more of our favorite characters and gain more to the storylines we have already seen. In today's video, we will discuss which of those storylines we're most excited to see again as we ponder over what could be in store for Season 6.
Don't forget our main objective. We want to get to Hawkmoth.
Well, it's a simple plan then. Go for the big bad boss.
Number 1. Adrian finding out he's a Sentimonster. One of the most surprising plot lines is revealed to us at the end of Season 5 in Representation, when we learn that not only are Felix and Kagami Sentimonsters, but Adrian is too. Which, of course, makes a lot of sense when we look back throughout the other seasons of Miraculous. Adrian is always listening to his father no matter how upset he is at him, which makes it seem almost like he can't tell his father no, even if he wants to. This quickly becomes more of a problem as the storyline progresses, forcing him not to date Marinette and even leave his friends behind while going to London. As Season 6 is confirmed, we are most interested in hearing more about Adrian's life as a Sentimonster and what this means for the future in the show. Many things could happen if he were to find out the truth about himself, all of which would change Adrian's character forever. Not only would this change how he acted, but it would also make him more similar to Felix, searching for his freedom in whatever way he could. We even expect him to give up his Miraculous or leave Paris entirely if he had the choice. Knowing what little we do about Sentimonsters and how they come to be, it would only make sense for Adrian to be worried. However, with Natalie being the one with his rings, we can assume nothing would ever happen to him again, unlike when his father was the one with his control object.
Father, please, I know what I want. Let me live my life here in Paris with Marinette and my friends.
You must go through with this like an agrist.
Number 2. Lila's villain arc. As the new holder of the Butterfly Miraculous, we can only assume the next supervillain in Paris will be Lila. Unlike Gabriel, Lila has nothing she is fighting for other than to ruin Marinette's life. Since Gabriel only wanted the Miraculouses to grant his wish, he was unproblematic once he got what he was fighting for. Lila, however, only wants power, which makes her a much worse villain and one who will stop at nothing and has nothing holding her back from being the worst she can be. With such a dangerous villain now on the loose, we're excited to see how she will fight differently than Gabriel or how she uses the Miraculous of the Butterfly differently. With her ability to manipulate others, we've seen her turn everyone against Marinette, just like in Ladybug, when she frames Marinette for everything she could. Knowing this about her means that even without the powers the Butterfly Miraculous gives her, she's just as powerful and should be feared. Even if the holders now have their qualmies with them, facing such a power-hungry villain won't be easy and will cause problems throughout the awaited season. With us knowing very little about Lila's history, it will be exciting to find out more about why such a young girl is so determined to become a villain and how her life led to her stealing the Miraculous of the Butterfly.
Swore I'd make your life unbearable, Marinette. Let's see how you get out of this one. I'm not falling in your trap, Lila.
Number 3. Miraculous holders making mistakes. Although we have seen every holder make mistakes throughout the season, they can always come together at the end of the day to be able to save their city. Of course, this is a good thing for the people they have to be protecting, but it doesn't always make sense for them to be the ones to save the day every time. With each holder carrying their Miraculous with them now, it will create more issues for them in the future, which makes fighting for the heroes more difficult. We also know that between seasons there will be a time skip, and while we don't know what length it will be, we know doing this will make fighting even more strenuous for our heroes. If some or all of the Miraculous holders are old enough and don't need to rest between fights, it will make fighting their opponents more difficult. This will also give them more powers to contend with while learning to balance their fighting style with the new things they're learning as Miraculous holders. Making the heroes struggle more during their fights will progress the plot as the next season airs, giving each hero more to handle while balancing life as a full-time hero. This will make the battles more interesting to watch and less repetitive since no hero can beat the villain every time on the first try. If Lila can win any of her fights against the heroes, it will also give us more time to learn about her and her reason for fighting since so far we don't know her reasonings.
You're going to wish you never wore that utterly ridiculous costume.
Number 4. Luca being a guardian. When Luca decides to leave in migration, we don't realize where he is going until the end of Season 5 when he eventually returns to Paris in recreation to help Ladybug and Cat Noir take down Gabriel. This is also the episode where we realize he was training to become a guardian like Marinette and has taken his work very seriously. This comes as a surprise to everyone, especially as his father and Penny appear to help fight as well. With his training coming to an end, Luca is finally able to become a guardian full-time. With the same training as Suhan, we can expect to see Luca differently from now on, having more of a responsibility towards the Miraculouses and maybe even a bit of confrontational with Ladybug in the same way his teacher had been. All of this makes us wonder what he went through while he was away and what we still don't know about the Snake Miraculous holder. With his training complete, we're excited to see more of Luca in the upcoming season, maybe even with his own miracle box or taking over Marinette's job instead. With the time skip falling in between seasons, we know that Luca will come back as an even better Miraculous holder and likely the most talented of all the heroes due to his training.
Oh, Luca?
Twinsy!
But how did you...
That's a long story.
Number 5. All of the holders with the Miraculouses. As we see at the end of Recreation, every Miraculous holder now has their Kwami. Realizing that it's safer to split the Miraculouses up away from each other, Ladybug decides to hand them out to all of the heroes, leaving us wondering what is in store for Season 6. We have seen how difficult it can be for the heroes to maintain their lives and the duties they carry as heroes, but we have not yet seen this from all of the holders. With room for growth and bonding between the holders and their Kwamis, we are excited to see how this changes the dynamics of the heroes and how the battles will change in the future. With them no longer needing Ladybug's permission to fight, it should make protecting Paris much easier, and since the streets are now full of heroes all over, Lila will have a difficult time battling all of them at once. With so much to look forward to as we await the arrival of Season 6, the Kwamis and their holders are some of the most anticipated. Although we have seen every Kwami in the Miracle Box, we have seen very little of their personalities and how each one acts when they have a full-time holder. In the same way Plagg took a while to trust and open up to Adrien, we can assume to see more of the same as both their holders and the Kwamis get comfortable with their new lives.
From now on, each holder will be responsible for their Miraculous and their Kwami.
With the next season making room for so many new and revisited storylines, we can't help but wait in anticipation of its arrival. Since each new hero has their own Miraculous, the possibilities are endless from what we can expect to see from each of them coming up. With characters progressing and new information spreading about the new world that Gimme has created, there are endless possibilities to what we can expect to see, leaving every fan on the edge of their seats as the end of next year couldn't come fast enough. As new ideas and information are confirmed, we are happy to continue writing about the world of Miraculous and everything we hope to see from it.
Gimme, the Kwami of reality. I am everything that was, is, and will be.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and turn on notifications to stay updated on our uploads.
After the wish, all I could find was the double wedding ring, along with the Miraculous that Monarch had turned into rings and Cat Noir's in mine.